There we are. Hey everyone, long time no see. Hope everyone's doing wonderfully. We'll give everyone just a minute or two to find us, and then we'll jump right in. Hi Bernice. I just saw your email. And I will reach out to you and tell you exactly what you need to do to get that fixed. Hi, Linda. There we go. Hope everyone's doing wonderfully. Make sure you say hello. Let me know you're here. We'll give everybody just a minute or two, and then we will jump in. I had to close the door because it is eviction night on Big Brother, and I am a Big Brother nut, and I don't want to know. So if you are watching it, don't tell me. I will go watch it on the DVR when we're finished. Hope everyone's doing great. Such a much better day today without all that crazy humidity. I think it even rained, although I didn't see the rain, but my car was wet. Yes, definitely cooler. Mark said something about it was going to be in the 60s. I'm like, 60s? Wow, I hope not. But we actually had no air conditioning for several days. And thankfully we got that fixed. It wasn't too bad. We have window units also to kind of take the strain off the big unit, and that helped tremendously. But it seems like a lot of people are having issues with their capacitors, which is what ours was. And my son reached out to me last night and sent me a picture, and he was holding the capacitor, which is like this big and about that big around if you've never seen one. And his went out. So it's like, goodness gracious. But the gentleman that fixed ours said that's not uncommon in these super hot temperatures. So, all right. Well, I am going to go ahead and jump in. Today is the last day of July. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. And this is our Facebook Live for this week. Thank you to everybody for jumping over to Thursday. Typically, we are live on Tuesdays, but this has been a crazy, crazy work week. So I'm very appreciative of everyone that's here tonight that followed me over. I just realized we haven't been live since, what was that? Where was that? Hold on. It's like 2 weeks. I'm like, holy mackerel. The 15th. That's crazy. So hello again, everybody. A couple of things just to remind you. It is the end of course, this month. And so the gift for the month of August is the holographic gems. And I don't know what I did with them. I had them in one of my boxes from a recent class, and I can't find them now. But you have until midnight tonight. If you placed an order during the month that was $35 or more and you placed it during free shipping, you will be receiving those from me. I always place those orders at the end of the month, so I have everybody's, and then I mail them out shortly after. So you'll be getting those soon. We have our brand new July online exclusives that were released at the beginning of the month. We're actually going to be using one tonight. tonight that I think you're going to love. We have 2 brand new kits that are coming out this month. So that's always exciting. And then for our August Club Cove is actually going to be the bundle or suite that we're using tonight. And that is the Perfectly Pairs. I love this suite so much. Just a super, super fun set. But that will be your Club Cove. If you don't know what Club Cove is, it's my monthly class to go. And it is $30 and you receive anywhere from $22 to $25 in product. You make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs, and it includes usually designer series paper and some ribbon and a gems. But it also gives you the PDF to make all of those cards. And if you subscribe, which is an automatic come out, and if you can get it locally or I can ship it to you. Again, locally it's $30. If I ship it to you, it's $38. And if you subscribe and do it for 6 months in a row, you also receive a goodie bag worth of product valued at $25. So it's a lot of fun. Of course, if you don't want to subscribe, but you would like to get this kit, you absolutely can. Just message me and I will tell you how to go about doing that. Okay. Now, upcoming, with tomorrow being the first day of August, we do have quite a bit happening on Tuesday the 5th. So I want to just kind of put this bug in your ear so you're ready. First, we're going to have 3 brand new kits releasing. If you are a demonstrator or thinking about purchasing the starter kit, we actually got to see yesterday the brand new September to December, I call it holiday catalog. Oh my gosh. They just keep outdoing themselves every time with these mini catalogs. So we actually get to see and pre-order from that. We also, what else? We have a new end color sale that is going to be starting. So that is going to be on any of the 25 to 27 end colors. And we're actually using 2 of those tonight. So that's your Secret Sea, your Duckling, your Strawberry Slush. What else is there? Cloud Cover and Timid Tiger. So anything that has those colors in it will be discounted 15% off. That includes your dots, your cardstock, your designer series papers, your ribbons, all of the blends, all of that will be 15% off. In addition, I told you not too long ago that after many, many years, a staple in the Stampin' Up! World celebration is actually going to be discontinued. And we have a brand new program starting in December called Product of the Month, where if you spend a qualifying amount, you will be able to purchase this exclusive set for $5. So it's very exciting. If you are a close to my heart previous customer, you know they did something similar to this. So I am super, super excited. But because of that, during the month of August and while supplies last, they are going to be doing a celebration last chance. So any celebration items that might be left over in the warehouse or brought over from one of the other markets are going to be listed in the last chance list and are going to be discounted. So you can go over and check that out. Maybe you missed some designer series paper or you didn't get enough, or there was a stamp set that you wanted, etc. You will have the opportunity to purchase those starting on August 5th. Now, again, I don't know if it's all the celebration items or some of them, but it's my understanding there's quite a few. So you can check all of that out. As far as events coming up, August for me is jam-packed with lots of new things. If you actually came last week to my very first Sips and Cards at the Roseland Hill Winery, we had the best time. We had so much fun. The owners were very excited about the class and their turnout. And after it was over, they asked me if I would be interested in doing it as a monthly event. And of course, I said yes. So we are super excited to be doing that. We've already booked all of our dates into the first of the year. But our next one is going to be coming up on August the 20th. Now, typically these are going to be on the fourth Wednesday. But depending on some things that they already have booked, it may be the third Wednesday. So I will make sure and get that out at the beginning of the month for you. In fact, I already posted it for you. So if you're interested in that, we, again, had so much fun. It's 4 cards of different techniques and different things like that, plus your choice of a glass of wine or beer. They do have some other drink options, so if those are not 2 things that you're interested in, they do have some other things to choose from, but it's $35. And it is very easy to find. It's in J-Town, just behind the large fire station, if you know where that is. So all that information is up here on the Donna Stamps .com Facebook group and Facebook page, so you'll be able to find that. Now, what's up next is on August 15th, people have been asking Cassie and I to do it, and we're excited to be able to offer Stampin' Bunko. It is on a Friday night at 6:30 at Cassie Stampin' Studio, where we have our card buffet. It is $30 and includes 4 cards. We're going to have prizes, of course. We're going to have the most bunkos, the booby prize. There's going to be snacks and goodies. So just a fun night. So if you're interested in that, we only have a limited number of spots based on capacity that she can hold. So those are filling up very fast. So if you are interested in Stampin' Bunko, you need to go and register sooner or later so that you know that you have a spot. We talked about on August 24th, Christmas cards, Stampin' Stack starts. We are going to be doing Christmas cards August, September, October, and November. And that is 16 cards for each of 4 designs for $25. Free with a $40 order. And if you happen to be a member of my DeVille Stampers team, you get to come to Stampin' Stack for $16. So $1 a card plus envelopes. You can't beat it. Okay, and then it is time to get ready for our, what is that? I talk with my hands, of course, and some crazy thing just popped up on my phone about I'm causing things to go crazy with my hands. So I will keep them down. It's time for summer retreat. So my creative escape is going to be on September 20th. It is at the Marine Corps League. We are back in our original location. It's going to be from 9 to 6. It's $50, and it includes your lunch, your dinner, table gifts, raffles, goodies, all kinds of things. So make sure you sign up for that. It is also limited space, but there is an early bird deadline. If you sign up by August the 22nd, you're going to get $5 in free raffle tickets to use on all the door prizes that we have. So lots going on in the coming weeks. You'll find all of these things up here on my page, as well as over on my DonnaStamps.com website under the events page. And there is links there for you to register and or save your space. Now, for Creative Escape, yes, you can go and save your spot today and register. Yes, you can register but not pay before the deadline. Yes, you can do that. Just make sure that you click the pay by check option. That will hold your spot tentatively, and then you have to be paid by the first Friday in September. So if you want to mail a check, pay by PayPal or Venmo, you can do all of that. But go in and register your spot now so that you can take advantage of early bird registration. Okay, so make sure you're commenting, saying hello, letting me know you're here. It's the night of the Lindas again. Hello, Linda Alfox. And hello, Diana. We had a big anniversary this weekend for one of you. That was so awesome. So congratulations. I think it was 50 years. Was that right? That's a lot. A lot. I'm at 37 this year. Yeah, That's crazy too. No, 38. One of those. But congratulations to that. Okay, I've got everybody's name in the hat that commented on our last live, and whoever's name I draw is going to get the project that we did last time, and that was the super fun easel calendar that also has a Post-it note holder. So super easy. If you didn't catch this live, you can go back and watch the replay. Again, you can only do that 30 days here, but it has been uploaded over to my YouTube channel, so you can catch that over there. And I promise we are trying to figure out what's causing me not to be able to go live yet over on YouTube. So as soon as we get that figured out, we'll be over there. All right. So let's see who's going to get this. I feel like I haven't been on here in like forever. Okay. This is going to go to Nancy Dodge. So Nancy, I do not have your address, or maybe I do. I'll have to look. But if not, I'll reach out to you and get it. Now, of course, if you share my video, which I hope you do, please type the word shared in all capital letters. And that way your name will go into a second drawing for a stack of cards from my stash. So thank you to everyone who's been sharing. And people are asking me, can I share and get into the drawings if I don't watch live? And the answer is yes, you absolutely can. Just make sure you comment and do that. And I usually don't put names in the hat until about an hour before we go live. That way, if I missed anybody, I include you then. Okay, and this is going to go to Norma Bryant. So, Miss Norma, I do have your address, so I will get those ready for you. All right. Again, if you're watching Big Brother and you know who won the Blockbuster, don't tell me. It's a secret. Okay. So I have this super, super cute fun card to show you. It's easy. You can show off your designer series papers. And again, we're going to be using the Perfectly Pairs bundle and suite. So let me put the camera down and we will jump in. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So again, we're going to be working, we're going to be working with the Perfectly Pairs bundle. This suite is called Painterly Pairs Suite Collection, and it has some really awesome products in it. So it has the bundle. It has these gorgeous dies with all of your outlines to cut out. You've got some freestandings. You've got some little tiny flowers. I love that we've got labels to cut out our sentiments. A little thatch back as well. So fun bundle. And I'm going to show you a couple tricks with that here in just a second. Now it has this gorgeous designer series paper. And this is called Painterly Pairs, 12 by 12. But I want you to look at how pretty these patterns are. And the colors are Basic Beige, Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea. And I would have never thought to put some of these together, but now that I'm seeing them, they're just absolutely gorgeous. Now this one is a fun one because the dies actually can cut out just about everything on this paper. So you've got the big pear, you have the leaves, okay? You have the pear duo, and you have the cluster of flowers. Now these little yellow ones do not, but you have 4 of the images right here in your die set. So that's always fun that you can cut things out of your designer series paper. Then we have this piece, which is gorgeous. I love to cut these up. You can actually get 6 cards out of this sheet, which also make gorgeous scrapbook pages. I love this yellow. Oh, let me turn it this way. Again, so pretty. And then a more muted. I love the basic beige background on this. It just kind of softens it up. But my favorite piece is this one. Oh, I just love this so much. Those colors just gorgeous together. And this is, you can see it's much smaller. It's because it's the one I've been using the most. But we're going to be using this one tonight. Okay. It also has some gorgeous ribbon. This is Mossy Meadow and Gold, and it's got a shimmer to it that's really pretty. This is 1/4 of an inch, and it's actually really soft, so it's easy to be able to use. What I love about it, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, is that on this side, it's more mossy, and on this side, it's more gold. And it has that mossy edge on it. So hopefully you can see that. But it's just gorgeous how you can do it either way. We're going to play with that tonight. And then it has some shimmer gems. These are called low profile, which of course means they're not overly thick. But you've got Peacock, Old Olive, and the Darling Duckling. And they have that little bit of shimmer that just adds an extra little touch to your card. All right, so let me show you what your pieces are. You're gonna need a piece of Secret Sea, becoming one of my absolute favorite colors. This is 4 1/4 by 11. And you are gonna score it at 1, 2, and 6 1/2. You need 2 pieces that are the same size, and we have to be really careful when we use these because they fit on your card a certain way. So you need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 4 1/4, and a piece of Darling Duckling that is the same, 4 by 4 1/4. A piece of Old Olive, and again, I'm pulling all of these colors straight out of the designer series paper. This is Old Olive. This is 2 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. For our DSP, we need 1 piece that is 2 by 5 1/4. Another piece that is a 1/2 by 4. And then this is from the Nested Essentials dies. So basic white to die cut that. And then you just need a scrap of the Mossy Meadow to do some die cutting. All right, so that's your pieces. And again, all of the measurements will be up on the Creative Cove here shortly. Let me go ahead and get out the pieces that we're gonna stamp, and then I'll show you how to fold everything. So this is going to be one of our main focal pieces. And I am going to be just doing some light stamping down the side. I do want a piece of grid paper. Let me grab one really fast. And I'm going to just randomly stamp down each side using Darling Duckling on Darling Duckling, just to kind of create a little bit of a background. I don't need to do the whole thing. You'll see why here in a bit. But I just want to kind of fill in that background, okay? Now it has this very cool little piece that does your centers. And so 2 of them fill in your 2 main focals, and your other one fills in. So you have to kind of just look at where it needs to go. Let's see if I can do it. Hold my nose right. Yep. So you'll just kind of move it around. And what I try to do is let me bring this up here. This little flower that kind of has this flat one that's sticking out by its side, that's the one that you'll use, that single flower or center that's kind of out to the side, okay? So that's how you'll know where it needs to go. And of course, when you go randomly, you have to kind of turn your stamp and or your paper as you go to make it work. I love this Secret Sea with whoops, one more. Okay, so that's going to be for the front. Then we also have this small piece, and what I want to use is a sentiment that says, a good friend is a gift. And I'm going to just stamp that down here in the bottom, just like that. Okay. I love these little flowers too. They're just precious. Okay. Then on the inside piece, and again, you want to make sure on both your yellow and on the white that your 4-inch side is at the bottom. Okay. So shorter at the bottom, longer up. And we are going to stamp, thank you. And then I have the word friend. And what I want to do is I want to stagger that, kind of like stacked fonts that you all know. Okay, well, Donna didn't press hard enough. Let's try that again. Thankfully, there's 2 sides to every piece of paper. Let's hold it again. Sometimes when you have these tiny stamps, I get too excited to move it, and I don't wait long enough. There we go, much better. Okay, then I'm going to repeat those little flowers right up here. And I'm just going to do 1 set of them. No, I'll do another set over here. Yep. All right. And then we'll add our centers. And again, we find the little flat one all by himself. Put our centers in. And then over here. Okay, so that is all the stamping we need to do, okay? Now, ahead of time, I went ahead and I cut out from the Designer Series paper a large pear and a set of leaves. And then from that scrap of Mossy Meadow, I cut out this little thatch kind of image that we'll use on our background. Okay? So that's all your pieces. Hey, Tracy. And again, I hope everyone decides to come to Bunko. We are all excited about it. We only have a few spots left, and we're going to be using the Celebratory Sips bundle to do our cards. So we are busy getting those ready to go. Okay, so let me show you a couple of things first. So I'm going to go ahead and take on my bottom here and add this strip. And I always cut these a tad bit longer. And we all have these little scraps left over. And that way, when I put it down, if it is, sorry about that clank, if it's too long, I can just trim off that little piece. I'd rather it be a little bit long than too short, right? So we got that done. Then we're going to take that piece that is 2 1/4, yep, by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to go ahead and fold it in half, and we want to burnish it really well. Okay, just like that. And then that long strip of Designer Series paper is going to fit on the top of one of the panels. Okay, and I'll go this way. Again, this is a fun way to be able to show off your designer series paper, but it's a quick and easy card that's a little bit unique, and people will be able to enjoy it because it will prop up. Okay, so we've got that piece done. Again, it's just folding that piece in half, burnishing really well, and adding our designer series paper. And then for our base, okay, we're going to start first by folding on that 6.5 inch, and I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to flip it over so that when I fold it down, I'm basically folding it to the back. Okay. That seam or the bump is going to be on the inside. Okay. So now when we're down here, we're going to fold this one up. Okay. So the whole piece. And then we'll fold this one down. Okay. So we're going to make like a little easel. So it looks like this. Okay. You see that? All right. So that's that. We actually made this card at Sips and Cards the other night. Not this one, but one similar. And I'll show that to you here in just a second. Okay, so now we can start putting our pieces in. So what we want to do is we're going to open it, okay? And we'll add in the Thank You Friend right here in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and assemble all of this, and then we'll assemble our main focal point last. Okay, and again, make sure that your paper is going the right way. 4 inches at the top and the bottom, 4 1/4 on each side. So that's your inside, right? Then our yellow piece is going to tuck right into this section. Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Dee. Your order shipped today. I saw it right before I came on live. So you should have it by probably Wednesday. I'm going to put this in right here like that. Okay. Now, this piece is going to create an easel, and it is actually going to stick up over the top of the card. Okay. So what I find is easiest is to open it up, and we're going to add 2 strips of adhesive here at the bottom. So 1, 2, just like that, okay? I'm gonna put some more just because I didn't do very well. Now, we want to make sure that it is no wider adhesive than our piece down here at the bottom. Otherwise, we're going to be sealing our card shut, okay? So we're going to only put adhesive there. Now, you're going to kind of center it and butt it up flush to the bottom of that fold. Just like that, okay? So we've got that nice and flush, okay? Then we're going to turn it over, and this is going to adhere to the back. And when we do that, we want to make sure we don't put any adhesive up here because it'll fold that shut, okay? So we only want to put adhesive toward the middle and bottom. So I kind of just started at the middle, and I'm going to add extra just because this is going to get a lot of opening and closing, and it'll hold it. So have everything down flush, push this down, and adhere. Okay? So we end up with this. Okay? Can you see that? And from the side, it looks like this. Okay. And then, of course, it will open to show your inside. Okay, so that's our main card. So let's go ahead and do our focal point. So what I want to do with this focal point is I'm going to add this right here, And I want to bring it down ever so slightly because I want that pink flower to show, but I want it more centered on the card, okay? Now, I'm going to be making my pear up on dimensionals, but you could easily add this one on dimensionals too. And in fact, I think I'm going to. So what I'll do first is I'm going to bring this over here. I've got this little Thatch-It piece, okay? You could use liquid glue. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? If it'll run and work for me, let's see. Yay. We don't need a whole lot. I'm going to leave some of the edges loose here. Okay. And I'm just going to stretch this across the card just like that. Okay. Just so that, oops, that's what happens when you use liquid glue. Got to hold it. And if you have nails, well, guess what? You're going to be taking it with you. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to flip the pear over, and I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive right up here at the top so that I can adhere my leaves and my stem to it, okay? Now I'm going to add dimensionals to this. I'm going to put one up here at the top to hold my stem and my leaves. I'm going to put two down here. And I do not want this to be straight up and down, okay? I want to kind of give it a little bit of dimension by turning it, all right? And it's okay if the stem and the leaves hang over the top because they'll, so that it will lay flat. All right. Take these off. Bernice, you'll have to let everybody know what you thought of Sips and Cards. Okay. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to add this just like that. Okay. So there's the basic front. I'm going to grab some of this ribbon because I really want to use it. So I have to decide, do I want to tie a knot down here at the bottom? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my ribbon, I always leave it on the bolt. Okay. And I'm just going to put it under that first flap. And I'm left-handed and I tie everything backwards. So I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. And I just want an overhanded knot. I love how this gold ribbon will show both tones. So I'm going to pull too tight. Come on. And I know that people have seen recently that we announced that our scissors have been discontinued. The manufacturer is no longer making them, but they are a version of Cutter Bee. And if you're like me and you love these scissors, you can still get them. You'll just have to go to one of the box stores or your favorite craft store, and they will look like these, but they will actually be black and yellow handles like Cutter Bees. Okay. And then what I'm going to do when I turn this back around, come on, trim those off, is I want to scooch it over. Whoops, don't you do that to me. I want to scoot it just a bit so that that knot is in the center. I want to push it up just a little bit. And then I want it to stay put. So I'm going to take a glue dot and use my pokey tool. If you have the U-Pick tool, that works too. And we'll bring that over and we're just going to stick the knot right into that dot. Now, I'm going to go ahead, because this is being difficult, and I'm going to trim that off the other way, just so it kind of lays. All right, so we got that done. And then we're going to finish it off with some of the green sparkly dots. Down here. And you can always add another glue dot to hold those pieces if you like. Is that what I want? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add 3s because we do these in 3s. And I'm going to use all small ones. Let's see. I don't want it quite in that same place, but it looks like it's going to have to be. Okay. No. Changed my mind. Let's put it right here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I love this paper so much. So there you go. And again, it'll fit in your envelope because of the size. So you don't have to worry about that. And it will stand up for them so that they can enjoy it after the fact. But yet you can still open it to put your message on the inside. Okay, so there's that one. And then one more is the one that we did at Sips and Cards. This features the celebratory sips and an old favorite sentiment that you can have here. And the cute little strawberries. And then the inside is "You're seriously the best." Super cute. So you can do a lot with these. You can stamp. You could put other designer series paper. You could put an embossed piece. It's really up to you which one you want to do. Oh, thank you, Bernice. I'm so glad you came. You were such a big help to me. And your group of friends and your daughter is so sweet. Karen was driving me so, she was making me just laugh. I couldn't help but laugh. She was so much fun. So I hope you guys will all come back to the one in August. So there are your cards for tonight. I hope you like them. There were lots of tips. We had a good time. We sure did. And you guys, if you have not checked out Roseland Hill, you need to go over there. It is such a cute little place. It's woman-owned and just absolutely adorable. Sorry, the camera's bouncing. But you'll love it. They're just the sweetest people. And like I said, it's a cute little church with all wood floors, a tasting room in the back. And even if you're not a wine drinker, it's just a cute little location to kind of go and unwind. They have board games and all kinds of stuff. And they do a lot of different events there, so you'll have to check them out as well. So that's your card for tonight. Remember, there's a lot going on come Tuesday. So if you missed part of the video, come back and watch it. I've posted everything for you. Make sure that you register for Bunko. And that you go ahead and register for retreat because we always have the best time. We're going to be having lunch from McAllister's and a baked potato bar with salad for dinner. So fun night. So everyone have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the cooler temperatures, and we will be back on Tuesday at 8:30. And I'm going to run upstairs and see who got evicted. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye, everyone.